I love mobile zombie games. The genre is one of the original genres on mobile, and it's one that is still so strong today. So I decided to put together a list of 15 of the best mobile zombie games that you could play today in 2026. Thank you guys so much for subscribing to the channel. Now let's dive into this incredible list. And remember, at the end of the video, I'll tell you guys my favorite 2 in full from the list. Coming in first, we have Plants vs. Zombies. This is one of the most iconic mobile zombie games ever made. PvZ blends casual tower defense gameplay with hilarious zombie humor and surprisingly deep strategy. Players defend their home by planting offensive and defensive vegetation across multiple lanes while increasingly creative zombies try to invade. The gameplay starts simple, but slowly introduces new plants, zombie types, weather conditions, and puzzle mechanics that keep every stage feeling fresh and addictive. The cartoon style is colorful, goofy, and instantly recognizable, making it approachable for both hardcore and casual players. The soundtrack is cheerful and memorable, balancing creepy zombie vibes with lighthearted fun. While it can be played completely offline, its endless replayability, mini-games, and challenge modes make it one of the easiest zombie games to sink hundreds of hours into. Next on the list is Doomsday Ghost in the Shell. This one mixes post-apocalyptic survival gameplay with anime-inspired cyberpunk storytelling from the famous Ghost in the Shell franchise. Players manage a settlement of survivors who's building defenses, recruiting heroes, upgrading technology, and fighting off massive zombie hordes in real-time battles. The crossover adds futuristic weapons, tactical combat, and stylish sci-fi aesthetics that separate it from traditional zombie strategy games. Visually, the game leans heavily into polished anime and cyberpunk art design, filled with neon lights, futuristic cities, and highly detailed character models. The soundtrack combines suspenseful survival themes with electronic music that gives battles a cinematic feel. It's a heavily online-focused game with alliances, PvP warfare, global events, and large-scale multiplayer interactions that keep progression constantly evolving. In at number 3, we have Into the Dead 2, which combines endless runner mechanics with first-person zombie shooting to create one of the most immersive mobile zombie experiences available. Players will sprint through fields, forests, and military bases and abandoned towns while blasting through massive hordes of undead trying to reach their family during the apocalypse. The gameplay feels fast, tense, and cinematic, especially as zombie density increases and ammunition becomes limited. The game's dark environments, foggy atmosphere, and realistic sound design create constant tension. Gunshots echo loudly, zombies growl from every direction, and the soundtrack keeps the pressure high throughout each run. Although primarily single player, the game features online events, leaderboards, unlockable weapons, and companion animals that give long-term replayability value. Dead Trigger 2 is probably one of the most OG zombie franchises on mobile. And what it is a fast-paced first-person shooter focused on mowing down enormous zombie hordes using a massive arsenal of weapons. Missions range from survival defense and rescue operations to sniper missions and boss fights against mutated zombies. The controls are smooth for mobile, making it easy to jump into intense action settings while still offering enough progression systems to stay engaged over time. The visuals are surprisingly detailed for a mobile game, featuring gore effects, ruined cities, underground labs, and creepy post-apocalyptic environments. The sound design adds to the chaos with gunfire that's explosive, really crazy zombie screams, dramatic music during major encounters. While much of the game can be enjoyed solo, online events and seasonal updates help keep the experience fresh. State of Survival Zombie War is a kingdom builder built in a zombie world. Basically a city building strategy mechanic with zombie survival storytelling. Players build settlements, gather resources, train armies, and recruit unique hero characters while defending against endless zombie attacks. Gameplay focuses heavily on alliance warfare and large-scale multi-strategy, making it feel almost like a post-apocalyptic MMO on mobile. But remember, this one is a kingdom builder. The art style mixes realistic environments with stylized hero characters, giving the game a dramatic cinematic look. Voice acting and orchestra music help create an atmosphere of desperation and survival. Its strongest feature, though, is the social side of the game, where alliances coordinate attacks, defend territory, and compete in global events to together online. And State of Survival is a game that I used to actually cover on this channel, and I have quite a few guides out for it from the past. Unkilled delivers a console-style zombie shooter experience on mobile with polished gunplay and impressive graphics. Players complete story-driven missions across zombie-infested city streets while unlocking assault rifles, shotguns, sniper rifles, and futuristic weapons. The combat feels smooth and satisfying, especially during large swarm encounters and boss battles. Visuals are one of the game's biggest strengths, featuring realistic lighting, detailed environments, and gruesome zombie animations. The sound emphasizes immersion with heavy weapon sounds and tense background music. Online PvP, though, has modes also allowing players to battle each other outside of the standard zombie campaign, adding extra replayability. Zombie Frontier 3 Sniper FPS. This one's heavily focused on, you guessed it, sniper combat and precision shooting during the zombie apocalypse. Missions place players in dangerous urban environments where they must carefully eliminate zombies before they overwhelm civilians or teammates. The game mixes standard FPS combat with sniper-focused gameplay that rewards accuracy and timing. The visuals lean towards gritty realism with dark streets, destroyed buildings, and terrifying mutant zombies. Explosive sound effects and intense background music make firefights feel dynamic despite the mobile format. It's largely a single-player experience, making it perfect for offline sessions and quick bursts of gameplay. Stay Alive Zombie Survival. This one's centered around hardcore survival mechanics like hunger crafting, exploration, and base building. Instead of non-stop shooting, players spend much of their time scavenging resources, building shelters, crafting weapons, and avoiding deadly infected enemies. Every decision matters because supplies are limited and death can be punishing. The game's top-down art style gives it a gritty survival feel while still running smoothly on most devices. Environmental audio like rainstorms, footsteps, and zombie groans create constant tension during your exploration sessions. It's offline friendly too, which is nice, making it ideal for players who enjoy slower paced survival gameplay without relying heavily on multiplayer systems. Infectonator flips the traditional zombie formula by letting players control the outbreak instead of surviving it. The goal is to spread infection across cities worldwide by strategically deploying zombies, mutations, and abilities to overwhelm humanity. It combines arcade gameplay with strategy and progression systems that become incredibly addictive over time. Now, this one is a pixel art game that some people will find charming and packed with humor despite the apocalyptic setting. The soundtrack is upbeat, retro-inspired, fitting perfectly with the game's fast pacing. While simple at first glance, the upgrade systems and experimentation with different zombie types make it surprisingly deep and replayable. Dead Target is an arcade-style zombie shooter that throws players into non-stop action against waves of undead enemies. Missions are designed around fast combat, weapon upgrades, and explosive firefights that constantly reward progression. The game is straightforward, but highly addictive thanks to its quick pacing and satisfying gun mechanics. The game uses dramatic lighting, sci-fi-inspired environments, and gross zombie designs to create a cinematic atmosphere. Loud weapon effects, aggressive music keep the energy high during the battles. Online ranking systems and seasonal events give players reasons to keep upgrading their loadouts long after finishing the main missions. Left to Survive combines third-person zombie shooting with base management and PvP raids. Players fight through story missions while also upgrading their camp, gathering resources, and attacking other players online. The mixture of action gameplay and strategic progression gives it a lot more depth than a standard zombie shooter. The visuals are highly polished with realistic explosions, weather effects, and cinematic combat sequences. Sound design emphasizes chaos with roaring zombies, helicopter assaults, and heavy weapon fire. Multiplayer is a huge part of the experience, especially during PvP raids and clan-based activities. Zombie Apocalypse Doomsday Z focuses on surviving massive undead outbreaks while scavenging weapons and resources across ruined environments. Players battle through dangerous locations filled with infected enemies while upgrading gear and improving survival skills. The gameplay mixes action shooting with survival mechanics that force players to think carefully about ammunition and supplies. The game's darker art direction helps create a bleak apocalypse atmosphere supported by eerie ambient music and unsettling zombie sound effects. It has offline support, which makes it a strong option for players who want a traditional survival shooter without needing constant internet access. Mad Zombies Offline Games. Well, this one's designed specifically for players looking for a quick offline action that focuses on zombies. The game features wave-based combat where players blast through hordes using increasingly powerful weapons and upgrades. Missions are fast-paced and easy to jump into, making it perfect for casual gaming sessions. It looks really colorful and action-heavy rather than realistic, helping maintain smooth performance on many mobile devices. You got the gun sounds, explosions, energetic music, keeping the gameplay exciting without becoming overly serious or horror-focused. Its biggest advantage is being fully playable offline while still offering satisfying progression systems. Last Day on Earth Survival is one of the deepest zombie survival games on mobile. It combines crafting, exploration, base building, stealth, and combat into a massive survival sandbox. Players gather resources, build shelters, craft weapons, and defend themselves against zombies and hostile survivors in a brutal post-apocalyptic world. This one has a ton of depth for those of you that are looking to sink tons of hours into your gameplay. The atmosphere is gritty, immersive, and with abandoned bunkers, forests, ruined highways, and dangerous military zones creating constant tension. Ambient sounds like distant growls and storms make exploration feel genuinely stressful. While it can be played solo, online elements such as raids, seasonal content, and multiplayer zones add long-term replayability and social interaction. The Walking Zombie 2 Shooter. This one stands out because it mixes first-person zombie shooting with RPG progression and unique blocky visual styles similar to voxel games. Players complete quests, upgrade skills, trade with NPCs, and battle zombies across a surprisingly large open world filled with humor and strange characters. Its low-poly graphics give the game personality while helping it run smoothly on most devices. Soundtrack mixes creepy survival themes with lighter comedic moments that match the game's tone. Offline support, RPG mechanics, and story-driven progression make it feel more substantial than many standard mobile shooters. Now you guys are probably wondering what my top 2 games are from this list today. First is going to be Into the Dead 2. It's an endless runner. You're just running through the zone and working on the killing and upgrading your weapons. It's actually so much fun and very casual at the same time. But my number 1 on the list is uncontested, and that is Plants vs. Zombies. And I'm talking about Plants vs. Zombies 1. It is the best zombie game out there, especially if you're into tower defense. And it's one of the best tower defense games out there if you like those types of strategy games. Plants vs. Zombies I've played on console, on PC, on mobile, and I've defeated the game on all 3 platforms, and it never gets old. Let me know down below what's your favorite game from the list, and if there's anything that I missed, let me know, because maybe I'll feature it in an upcoming video.